Welcome to the 15th episode of the Sketchbook Heroes. With me, Elias.
And me, Robert.
And together we are...
Sketchbook
Heroes! And that was super loud in my ears.
Yeah. I don't know what I said.
I have no...
I think I said... I think I said heroes or something.
Ja, zoeken dat we het vaak in de foto waren. German.
Wat sagen du?
Wat sagen du? Ja. Har du pratet dansk? Jeg gør en spørgsmål.
No, skal vi snakke dansk igen?
Ja, sikkert dansken.
Oder Deutsch?
Ja, sehr gut. Die Balloon and...
Your German sucks, man. Nicht gut.
Seine Balloon sein dich durch.
Okay, let's just not speak anymore.
Baloo, oh yeah, Baloo, Freunde sein dich dicken tun. Balloon seine Crew, doom doom. Oh 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 Baloo. That was actually that was the German version. Actually.
The Swedish one is better.
I had German.
Oh yeah. Flygplan, oj, flygplan. Upp I luften hela dagen, och imorgon flygplan. Eller luftens hjältar hela dagen, och imorgon flygplan.
This is garbage intro.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Today we're talking about inspiration and motivation.
Overload.
You know it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk you through it.
Yeah, we're gonna
this episode is going to be a bit more relaxed, a bit more deep. We're going to cry a lot.
Yeah, I am crying already, actually. This is very touching.
If you don't know, we've done that before.
Yeah, we've done that.
No, fuck it. You don't get that this time.
Kissed by a rose on the grave. There used to be on time. I was gonna say ugly face. My power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. Me like a good addiction that I can't not
A lot of singing. There's a lot of inspiration going around.
Yeah. Fuck.
So yeah, that was the silliest intro so far.
Yeah.
I think.
And I know I have a career as a backup singer now. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, buddy. That's why we started this, to boost our singing careers.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, so before we sing anymore, let's just do the Sketchbook Heroes intro.
Intro! Away!
Oh shit, I almost vomited. Caffeine. Woo!
Good intro.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
Back
in business.
That was awesome. Yeah,
always
silly intros. That's us. I guess we still want to say like thank you. I've seen that more ratings on iTunes have dropped in, and we've gotten a few promises that a couple of friends will rate us as well. And that is awesome. We really appreciate it. You help us sort of stay alive.
Yeah,
and we're like. You keep us visible.
Very much.
So, and also all the tags that we've been getting.
Yeah.
We've been tagged. Awesome. We got shout outs on Instagram. Guys, girls, everyone, awesome people. Or not girls, women. Let's say women. Just to keep you all empowered. Everyone should be empowered. No, but...
Yeah, and with the whole, I was going to say competition. It's not a competition.
It's not a competition. It's more of a challenge. Like, we just...
Or not even a challenge. It's more of a...
No, but
exercise.
I mean, like, it's
I
an
guess.
exercise, yeah. But we just set a challenge to sort of like, we're gonna do this better than you, and I just got a freelance gig,
Yeah.
so that is sort of. But I have my character sketched today during a meeting. Like I've had so much, sort of like a lot of problems, sort of coming up with the idea, but now. Like during a meeting today, I was like, genius. I just got like parts of the ideas that I had from last week, melded in with the ideas from today. Super good.
But I'm guessing, are people going to see our stuff today? Because today would be Thursday for them, I guess.
Yeah. I'll see if I can sort of get some of my sketches up because like this freelance gig, some big companies.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We understand, man.
some crazy deadlines.
Yeah. This is the business.
When you have stuff like this, you drop everything.
Because you need money.
Because you need money. But the thing is, you have to prioritize your like paying clients. It's really important not to miss the deadlines.
No.
And I have to drop everything. I'm just going to try to sort of we're recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just tie this all together really fast and then go back to doing
The work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same here, because this weekend coming up, I'm going to a tattoo convention, and I need to draw up. It's called Flash. So for people who don't know what that is, that's if you go to a tattoo shop, you open up your artist's book with stuff they want to tattoo. That's called Flash. So I haven't had time to draw anything. So now I have like 4 days, not even 4 days to do so much stuff and still tattoo people and oh man. But on a side note, today is Monday when we're recording this, my dad's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad. I know you're not listening to this, so fuck off. But yeah.
Traitor.
I was actually tattooing him all day today. So that was his birthday gift. Much pain. It was fantastic. So yeah, just a little shout out to Dad. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, asshole. For punching us as kids.
Yeah.
That's why we're stupid.
Probably
Why we're stupid. He
yeah.
punched us really hard. Remember
But he
that?
wore gloves.
He did wear gloves. The pillows, you mean.
Oh yeah, the pillows.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit. And I remember him punching me in the ribs, and it hurt so much, but I laughed, like,
Yeah, I've been punched in the face a couple of times too.
No, I think he punched me as well, like when we were playing, and you just run into the fist.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously, we just bombarded him. Two crazy ADHD kids coming up like,
Jackie Chan! Bruce Lee!
Yeah. So yeah. And I got one of those, the big kendo wooden swords.
Oh, yeah, you did have that.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I got that
I was
one
so jealous.
Square in my fucking forehead once.
Oh, nice.
Because we were doing like sword fights, and I had a cheap plastic toy sword.
Cheater.
And I blocked him. So like I had my sword on like in front of my face.
Just bent, probably.
And he had the sword just, and he was pushing down, and then the plastic just went whoop. Right in the middle of the face. Smack!
That in Swedish we call it a kyss.
Yeah. There you go. Kiss in the face.
Kiss in the face with a wooden sword.
And kiss in Swedish is pee. So pee in the face. Total derail.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But
what else did we want to say? We had a question that we got on the sketchbookheroes.com website.
Yep.
In the sort of the forum. From Rookie Toon. And I actually met him on the train home this Friday. He was like, "Are you Ilias?" and made me feel like a rock star. So thank you, dude. Super awesome to meet you for 30 seconds, and thanks for respecting that I was with my daughter. Like, I don't mind you actually coming up, but I respect the sentiment. And thank you for making me feel like a rock star. Super awesome meeting you.
Yeah, I also want to feel like a rock star, so please bombard me with cool stuff on the train if you see me.
I was famous guy on that train.
Yeah, don't throw rotten tomatoes, please.
Yeah, but you had a question that we sort of didn't see because you sort of ended up in the spam folder. And all the other questions did not. So I don't know what happened. But I found your question, and you said that you were a bit heavy, like you were newly started with art, and you were a bit heavy-handed when you were drawing.
Or sketching.
Yeah, sketching. So I'm guessing you have like a traditional like tripod sort of grip on your pen, which is the normal way, like normal within bunny ears.
Yeah.
Way of holding a pen.
You're leaning the pen against your fuck you finger and holding with your thumb and pointy finger.
Very clear description. I love it. And what me and Robert, I guess, would recommend you to do, at least in the sort of starting phase, you should focus on the big shapes. Mm-hmm. Then you should try to hold like a drumstick grip. So imagine how you would hold sort of a drumstick, like between your...
You're holding it with your only... your
index finger?
Index finger and thumb.
And
right?
thumb, yeah. And then you have a little support from your fuck you finger.
Yeah. So it's more like, you're holding it with your thumb, I guess.
Yeah, you are. And then you're drawing with your, your elbow.
Elbow and wrist.
And wrist, yeah. You're not really drawing, or actually you shouldn't draw with your wrist. You should use...
it depends on how big you draw.
Big the paper.
Of course.
But yeah, try to sort of use your elbow to sort of get some of the big motions out. And then you of course, you will move your wrist, but you can sort of... You don't need it as much if you learn to draw a lot from your elbow and,
or shoulder.
Or shoulder, yeah. So try. You just Google like pencil drumstick grip or something like that. Yeah. I think that'll help you sort of just get a little... And don't start drawing anything specific in the beginning. Just do circles, square. You just try it out.
Yeah, feel it.
Yeah, exactly. Just do squiggles like S shapes, C shapes. Just... do a couple just to get, because I think your problem is that you might be going into detail a bit too fast.
Mm-hmm. And this way, like, just to point it out, I mean, you're holding the pen on the side, so you're not really doing the pointy point end on the paper, so it's on the side. So you're going to be drawing with like the full side of the lead or whatever. I mean, if you have a smaller type pencil, then it's going to be the small lines. But if you're using a normal pen, you should be doing like really thick, sketchy lines, right? Mm-hmm. So it's, just so we're clear.
Yeah. And if you want to use the tripod grip, the normal one, I guess, that you're using, try to pull it back. Don't draw anything specific, but squares, S shapes, C shapes, eights, I don't know. But try to keep them loose. Like practice that instead of actually drawing a face or something. Try to draw...
lines,
because then you can control it. Because if you're drawing a face, you'll have to erase. Just bring up scrap paper, like failed drawings from before that you want to see again or something. Yeah, just turn them. Just like use every inch of that paper to sort of draw more loose. Yeah. So I guess that is like a starting point.
It's good practice. Yeah, really good.
I mean, once you get comfortable, you can use like maybe draw like people poses. But still sort of like try to draw the motion of the people instead of actually going into torso, head, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Maybe just draw like movement lines, like this is the longest line through this body.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that stuff is really, it's kind of advanced. Like.
Yeah. But if you want to do something else, then draw just squiggles. Yeah. Maybe draw.
Life drawing stuff.
Line motion is basic. Like just find a person. Like, okay, he's standing like that. This is where the motion is. Just try to find like a line of motion, like an action line.
Pause a movie or whatever.
No, I would even keep it simpler.
Yeah, really?
Just Pinterest it. Yeah. Like look at fashion something or naked people. Just look for anything.
You should always do that.
Yeah, just like keep it simple. Like whatever is the fastest. This should just be basic. So just try to keep it and focus on loose rather than what the hell you're drawing.
And also, like, because you can still do the elbow, wrist, and shoulder thing with the tripod grip. So don't limit yourself to... Yeah, because I do that a lot. Because sometimes I just get locked in with the normal grip, but I still draw that way. So I lock my wrist, and I use my elbow or shoulder to do stuff.
And one more thing about the drumstick grip. Don't hold too close to the tip. Because that'll give you more force.
Great.
To press the nib into the paper, and that'll give you the same problem that you're having.
Again,
so
think
hold
of
it
a
like
drumstick.
Middle or lower.
A drumstick.
A drumstick, yeah.
Because you're not holding like the...
But don't hit your pencil, you'll break the nib.
Unless you have a drumstick pencil, which I do. I do.
And that's done.
That's done. So hope you understood that. Och tack igen, Rookie Tune.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. You're awesome. What do we got?
Should we say maybe thank you to stuff? More stuff?
Yeah, King, thank you.
Thank you.
Again for the, not only when we're doing cocaine, but also when we're...
Yeah, drinking cocaine.
We're only drinking cocaine, of course.
Of course.
Of course. That's
Never
how
sniff
you,
it. Never
yeah,
sniff.
never sniff it. Don't waste it when you can mix it like a protein shake.
But it's still good for your sinuses.
Of course.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, King.
Yeah, thank you, really.
I think I should be saying thank you more than anybody because, like, I don't belong here. What the fuck am I doing here? How did I even get in the building?
Don't know.
No.
How did we get into the building
Yeah,
today?
today. Oh, man. What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Did you forget
Where the fuck
thing?
did I put my thing again?
It's probably there.
Fuck it. As long as we have it, not a problem.
We're inside the building.
We're inside the
We
building.
can probably get out, I think.
Yes, we can. Unless
Jump
the
out
alarm
the-
goes off.
Oh,
Then we
can
have
still get
5
out.
minutes to run. We should manage.
We have a window. Hasta la vista, King.
Oh, well, let's get into today's topic then if we don't have anything more.
Let's do it. Whatever that sound is. Yeah, we're back.
Today we're going to... Mentally, we're back as your hosts.
Never! I had to do a never.
I never... Okay, so today we're going to talk about sort of what the definition of inspiration is, first of all.
Yep.
And inspiration is commonly misused, I guess. And this Google told us.
Yeah.
So, inspiration, the action or power of moving the intellect or emotions. So it's not really doing something except like sort of getting your brain thinking.
And emotions.
And emotions
Well,
thinking.
I guess
Yeah.
that is your brain.
Or like, yeah. An emotion sort of
Yeah.
does sort of wake your brain up and you start thinking about things.
Yeah, and I think
Like-
that's the best definition of it. It wakes your brain.
But it's like when I was watching Kick-Ass, I've said this before, but after I watched Kick-Ass, or like actually any movie, like Mad Max, any Spider-Man movie I ever saw on the big screen, it doesn't really matter. But when I come out of the cinema, if the movie has sort of touched me in any emotional plane, I will
have
sort of have an inspiration overload. Like Kick-Ass has nothing that I personally would choose to draw,
No.
but the inspiration it gave me
Was
God
Kick-Ass.
damn it was
You got some
Indeed that,
kick-ass
yeah.
inspiration.
yeah, and exactly, and I think that is so awesome with movies that they can sort of, and especially if you go into movies and really just let go of everything.
Yeah.
You shouldn't hold back tears. You shouldn't hold back, like, you don't hold on to your emotions and limit yourself from feeling. Like when I watched Logan, all the dudes that I was with, nobody sort of like, I didn't feel any sort of like, they were just watching the movie,
No
They-
macho stuff, no giggling or being idiots.
I was
or...
no. I mean, they were holding. It feels like they were holding back.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
a big
they were
group
like-
of dudes,
yeah.
watching a movie.
But
Whereas I, were crying.
you are a big pussy.
Yeah, exactly. And being a pussy,
It's fucking awesome.
is super good
Yeah.
if you want to sort of have an inspiration overload.
Yeah.
Because you're letting something affect you, and that creates a reaction in your body and mind, and that is so usable.
Yeah, and then we're gonna like keep tying back to this.
Exactly.
Perfect, actually, starting off with this. But yeah, I think I've said it before, but I normally go by myself.
Oh, so do I.
I always go alone when I go to a movie that I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Guardians 2 is coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to that. Like, I think you might be the only one that I would like to go to the movies with.
Yeah, I think so, because we
But
can
you
sort
check
of...
your phone all the time because you're a dad.
Oh, yeah, I have
So,
to keep my kids in.
And I hate that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I usually have it sort of turned down, and I just feel
like I'm the guy in the cinema who throws popcorn at people who has the telephones. A lot of people have commented on me doing so, like friends and stuff. But when I'm alone, I do it too. If I see some idiot picking up his phone during the movie, that bastard's gonna get some fucking popcorn in his head.
So if you want free popcorn, you go with Robert.
There you go.
You check your phone
No,
as often as...
it's the worst, because that's also why I started going alone. Why? Because
Yeah.
when I go alone, I go during the day, middle of the day.
Oh, well, so do I.
So
like during
pretty
lunch
much
or something,
empty cinema. But
I don't really care.
And that's the way I can really get immersed in the movie and also cry and be
Okay, no,
myself.
I don't have that problem. The reason I go alone is because people and their fucking schedules, even mine, like it's so hard to get it sort of going.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just like, I want to see this movie. It premieres tomorrow. I'll just go watch it.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's
so
just
much easier. Yeah.
So
So don't have friends. Just sit alone, watch movies.
yeah, good tip.
And just to like go back, motivation that is usually sort of mixed up with inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're sort of like, we know it's different, but it's sort of hard to pinpoint what motivation is. And motivation is pretty much the action or power of moving the intellect
That's inspiration.
That's inspiration.
See how hard this is?
No, I mean, okay, motivation is the reason behind a person's action or behavior. So what is driving that person to go to the gym, to work out? What is
Or murder his
driving...
wife, or
Exactly, or spend a lot of time drawing, improving something, you know.
yeah, tie it into art.
Yeah,
That's
and that is motivation. That is actually good, right? Maybe this podcast has something to do with art.
Like this episode is going to be so loosey-goosey. I'm
No,
sorry
but-
to everybody that I will offend during this episode.
No, but I think we need some episodes that aren't so
Structured.
and focused, and you have to learn so much. This one is going to be more spiritual and mentally.
But you need this too.
Skippity boppity boppity boppity
Yeah. Or
boppity.
we need this, I think.
Timey-wimey, loosey-goosey, moosey-woosey. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
That was...
Shut up.
Sure, man. Go.
No, but that is the definition of motivation.
Yeah.
And
Is this, is it Wikipedia or just
I have no
Google
idea. Google
something? I'm just, yeah.
But I actually took it. I took it from two different places because I thought the motivation part was hard to find.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good, so I made my own little out of the ones we found.
Okay, good.
And I think it's really important to sort of let yourself be inspired, because I think my problem has been in older years that I don't let myself get inspired. I don't take the time to get inspired.
No.
I'm this person that has done a lot, or, you know, like, I don't have time for this or that, or I just don't take the time to sort of relax and just see the beauty in the little things. Because right now my life isn't, like, I can't go out with friends all the time or just spend time doing all the things that I want to do. A lot of my time is like, you go to work, you do your work, and then you go home and you're a family man.
Yeah.
And then whatever little time there's left, you want to like use productively.
Yeah.
And that puts a lot of pressure. So I think it's important to find sort of the important bits in your life. Like your kids playing, use that.
Yeah.
Like use all those little moments in your life to sort of get inspired.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to use those moments in the productive hours that you have, like 1-2 hours at night.
And I also think it's really important to let go of that pressure, because you don't have to be creative all the time.
No.
Like, everybody knows that we need vacation and breaks, and that goes for the art stuff as well. Like, you can't be creative all the time, all the time. And seriously, I used to be, like, everybody kept telling me, like, how the fuck do you manage to draw every day all the time? Because I used to.
Yeah.
Like, if you'd been following me for a while on Instagram, you would know, because I posted stuff every day, like a new portrait every day for a very long time.
He was very alone.
I was very, very alone. But no, I had that drive, and it just kept going. But now, like, work has really taken over, and this week is crazy busy. But last week wasn't super duper busy, but I had no urge whatsoever to be creative. Like, I didn't feel like it at all. I wouldn't necessarily call it an art block, because when I actually sat down to draw stuff, it came out good.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
So I just took sort of a vacation.
Sabbatical.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to say it. And just, watch stupid Netflix stuff and, chill the fuck out, which was amazing. Felt great. So I think that's one of the great ways to keep getting new inspiration.
Yeah.
You just, refuel, I guess,
Yeah,
is what I did.
That's very good.
Yeah. Watched the 4th season of Korra. Yes, amazing.
Awesome, right?
So fucking good.
Did you see the general?
Yeah, I was like, because I was waiting for the Gambit thing that you mentioned, but then with the metal.
Yeah, exactly. Those bands like in the throat, on the face,
amazing.
On the wrists,
and just complete control of everything. Oh, yeah. So fucking awesome.
Yeah, you all just need to watch Korra to know what we're talking about.
Watch it. Yeah. So I've seen season 1, 2, and 3, I think 3 times, and then now finally saw season 4. Very good. But yeah, so I saw that, and I saw a lot of other stupid movies and TV shows and stand-up, and started watching this YouTube site. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's called Nerdist.
Oh, I think you've sent me stuff from there, but maybe. I haven't.
But it's just this like long-haired, super smart dude who does equations of stuff. Oh. But he does like, for instance, would Wolverine be able to move his wrist while his claws are out? You know, and just all of this stuff.
Okay. So he takes really nerdy sort of themes, and then
he goes into like
the math.
Would this work in real life? And would this like
that is actually pretty
amazing?
Nice.
Really, like best ever. Nerdist.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we're talking about. Find things. They don't have to be art related. I think when you're trying to sort of find art related things to inspire you. Like, sure, there is not a shortage of art.
No.
But I think sometimes to be the different type of artist is to find beauty in the things that no one else is watching.
Exactly.
And because there is this photographer that took, for example, pictures of dancers, but what he has in the foreground is like a flower. So it looks like she has like a tulip skirt or something, you know, and then people have been sort of imitating that. But I mean, it's stuff like that I'm talking about. Like if you try to find inspiration outside of ArtStation, Behance, Instagram, you will be that creative person because your inspiration comes from a place where no one's looking.
Yeah.
So don't look for your like style development or stuff like that in the sort of like what is the norm right now. Or what is modern or popular.
Exactly.
Try to find things that genuinely inspire you.
Yeah, take a step back.
Something that makes your mind go bananas.
Yeah.
Because I think my brain is usually like in overdrive. That's why I can't use my phone before bedtime.
No.
I can't read emails. I can't read about, like last night, for example, I read about starting like what in America is referred to as an LLC. Limited liability company. In Sweden that would be an AB, aktiebolag. Mm-hmm. And it's just pretty much running your own business. And I read about that. You think I could sleep? No. My mind just takes that information and starts processing. And this is shit that I've never been interested in.
Yeah.
And right now I'm like so businessy that I can't go to sleep because I'm thinking like, yeah, I should do this. What should I call my company if I start one? You know, and oh man, yeah. So try to find what makes your brain go bananas, and that is inspiration.
Yeah.
And use it and try to find inspiration, like we said, outside of what?
Outside the box, I
outside
think.
the box, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was really good, that clip. With the whole the box metaphor because it was amazing.
Yeah, that was really good actually. Like you're born in a box, you live in a box, blah 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 box, all that.
My brain just went. You come out of a box. You're born. You can, yeah. Oh man, that was bad. Sorry, all women in the world. I'm really sorry, but that was really funny. Everything in a box. But yeah, no. So you go to school. That's a box. Yeah. You go to a box. You come home. You sit in a box.
And you think within like a limited box. Like everything is boxed in.
You eat in a box. You
eat out of a box.
Out of a box. Exactly.
Yeah, it was really good. It's called Inspiration. Just Google it. It was really good. And we're going to sort of talk about some of the things that he mentions there as well that we think are really valid. And I think we mentioned them in one of the earlier episodes as well.
Yeah, we do.
So we could actually dive into that right now. So think back to when you were a kid. Life was limitless and everything was friggin' awesome. Okay? You didn't give a shit what people thought about you. If you wanted to eat a handful of sand, You ate a fucking handful of sand, you know.
No, you ate a handful of sand.
I never ate.
I
don't
just
remember
stood
if
there laughing.
You know, no, but I mean, when we were kids, we didn't give a shit. Like,
No.
I wore my Mickey Mouse shirt like it was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like proudly.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a turquoise fucking sweatshirt.
I'm trying
with,
to remember.
with a
if I
Mickey
saw it.
Mouse face on, like a ginormous Mickey Mouse. And my brother had like a similar one or something like that. You know, my mom always bought like the same for both.
Of course.
Because that's cool.
Because you're Greek.
Exactly. Foreigners. That's what we do. Or our parents.
Yeah. No, my mom always dressed me up, I remember. I never got to choose what to wear because she always like dressed me up. I was her little fucking doll. So always a shirt.
But yeah, she always combed your hair. My mom did as well. Oh,
Fucking
Jesus.
hated it.
Yeah. But what we're trying to say here is sort of like when we were kids, we did a lot of things because we wanted to do them. Mm-hmm. And then our parents sort of told us not to, but, you know, like we still sort of aimed.
Yeah, until they told us not to, we did it because we...
And sometimes we even did it when they told us to.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, until they really told us not to do it.
Or the police did.
But what I mean is, like, you should always try to sort of tap into that. That is who you should be, because I think no one is truer to themselves than kids.
No, exactly.
And they don't understand why us big squarish people are so fucking
big and square
and boring.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I jump off the couch and scream, you know? We should always aim to be true to ourselves.
Yeah, kids. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying you should sit in a dining hall and throw food around and throw a tantrum, but I mean...
But we get into a certain...
Yeah, you get programmed.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I mean, this is really interesting. But yeah, just the whole idea of this topic now, what we're talking about.
I totally agree, man.
And, you know, trying to just think back to when we started getting sort of programmed within bunny ears.
That's the new Sketchbook Heroes thing.
And this is the thing, again, I think we should give a proper shout out to Thomas, our old teacher, because he didn't... I
think Maud as well.
But Maud still... Maud.
Yeah, that is the one.
I think she sort of was more of a boxing in type of person.
I don't know if she was actually. I didn't feel like that. She was
more music.
She was very sort of like strict, but I never felt that she told me not to do something because she let us draw. Even though she told us to write, she knew we weren't going to write in those like sort of animal
the
essays.
Fictional,
The research that we were supposed to write. Like
we learned like so much about
drawing
dinosaurs.
Yeah, because they gave us like little to practice writing and reading. They would give us like read about wolves and then write a little.
Do a little essay.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Write a little essay about wolves, and it was like really short. We were really small,
and we always did it in a book form.
We took like an A4 or A3, folded it in the middle. Half. Yeah, and then
so it had a cover, and then you had the big spread inside, which were two really big images and a little bit of text,
and then the end. And that's I think where we put most of that writing.
Probably.
And that was like a maximum of half a page.
Yeah. And I mean, this is where we're talking, I was going to say kindergarten, but no kindergarten.
No, but it's like first to sixth.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 6 years of school.
Yeah. So the first 3 were with Thomas.
Yeah.
And he was also like, when we had math, he was like, it's okay if you guys draw. Like, you should, like, I guess, like, instead of going into this rant about how awesome they were, they just knew and saw potential in the stuff we were doing and knew to fuel it, you know? So they kept pushing us to become what we have become, I guess. And if you think back, I mean, it was you, me, and Anders pretty much who were like the drawing guys.
Yeah.
The other guys, they drew a little bit, but it
Yeah,
weren't.
I think everyone draws at that age, but
Yeah,
we
but-
had the sort of drive.
Yeah, and that's all we did.
Yeah.
I mean, the girls practiced their handwriting, and
Yeah, they were really good at writing.
and
really
Jonas
early on,
were like
Eating
picking his
snot.
nose
Yeah,
and then
eating snot.
putting it on the curtain,
curtains,
and then
yeah, and
then
eating
saving
sand.
it, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then eating it a few weeks
That was
later.
weird, yeah.
That's man. that's
Shut
so
up,
gross.
buddy. No.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, but
memory.
so I mean, I'm really hoping that more people have had teachers like this.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Or if you are a teacher.
Yeah, man, don't fucking box us in.
No. I think a way of seeing it is that, sure, we need math. Like, basic math is always good to have up to a certain point.
Of course.
But then I would say that we're also different. Like, I think, I don't remember where I sort of, I guess I've read it in tons of places, but it's that, like, some of us are just not meant, like, I don't think any of us are meant to just sit still
No.
for hours at end, like, pushing information into our heads. And most of the information, like, some of it is good, but then some of it, it's still good, but it's not the way that maybe I would consume that information. Maybe I need a different way of consuming it. You know what I mean? Because I listen to a lot of audiobooks, mostly fictional now because real life is giving me enough.
Yeah.
But I mean that I take it in better.
Yeah.
Where some people can't do that. You know, like they get distracted.
Yeah.
And podcasts for me is a very good way of getting information in. And I think there are so many people with such different needs. So when people are doing bad at school, it's because the system or the school system is not... They have this generic way that is supposed to work for everyone. Mm-hmm. And it does not work like
course
that.
not.
Like, people don't work like that. You can't have a system that works for everyone.
We're individuals.
Exactly. So I think it's really important. Like, I don't think you could sort of... Like, I think it's going to take a long time before the school system can change. But I think that we as parents, if we are parents, or people actually just caring for each other, we can sort of help people that have a hard time fulfill their potential outside of school. Like, find a way to help them become what they could be. Because I dropped out when I was, like, I was always a good kid. Like, very, like, like, exceptionally good kid.
Well, you had glasses.
Exactly.
You had to be good.
I had to be good. Yeah, exactly. Stereotypes. No. Tied it in.
Yeah.
And when I had, like, when you get a response from grown-ups that you're a good kid, you sort of like, okay, if I do stuff like this, I will be treated in a certain way. But then this keeps going on and it builds up a lot of pressure. Like, you want to do something, but you won't do it because I won't be seen as a good kid. You get that distinction. Kids are smart when it comes to shit like that. So I was a very good kid until I turned about 14, 15. And I started the upper secondary, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just felt that pressure. I chose like nature, science, blah, blah.
Yeah. and
with the rocks that we talked about
the
earlier.
thing that you choose if you're going to become some sort of scientist-y type thing. So it's going to be a lot of physics and all of this
But
chemistry
I didn't
shit.
choose it for me.
No, you chose it for like your parents, I guess.
I don't know, my
Or-
parents never really cared in that sense. I just wanted to sort of fulfill the good kid that goes to school and studies the hardest
the
sort
norm.
of science.
Following the norm, yeah.
Exactly, because I got such a good response. And then I suddenly realized at 14, 15 that this is just shit. What am I doing? I don't want to do this. And I got sort of like, not a panic attack. I don't get panic attacks. But it was sort of like
Revelation.
a revelation. Yeah, something happened. I was like, this is not what I want to do. I just want to actually do martial arts and art
Yeah.
and just do that. This is not for me. And then I decided, like 3 months in, I'm just dropping out. And then I'm going to save money and go to China.
Yeah.
And imagine if people were like, what? Like people at that age, some thought thought that it was cool. Some did not. What I love, though, is that my mom said, I think you know best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I want to sort of encourage you parents out there. If your kid doesn't want to go to school, maybe you should support that decision. Because we're not all, like, learning. Like, it might not be the best way for your kid to learn. Like, see, you've grown up with this person, your kid or your, whatever, friend, and you've seen sort of what they're good at. Maybe there's another way to reach this potential. Mm-hmm. Don't say like, well, I don't know what could help them. Do some research. We have Google. Google will probably have an answer for you.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to maybe, delve into that. Do some research. Because I think people are just too fucking scared of everything. Like, oh, well, you have to go to school. No, you have to get your degrees and you have to. And we've sort of talked about this before as well. Don't let, society
control you.
Control how you sort of progress through life.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing more and more of this, every day now. They're even talking about removing ATMs, so you're not going to be able to take out money and have cash. It's all going to be controlled within, you have to have cards or the Swish app or whatever.
Yeah.
They're removing more and more, I would say, freedom.
I don't think they do.
I mean,
I think
it might be a bad example, but it was the first thing that popped into my head. But what I wanted to say, if you are a parent and you're having trouble with this, don't be afraid to drop us a mail or something. Write us if you want.
You need to ball ideas.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a parent, Robert. I am not a parent. I'm still a kid. So I could help out in that area. But I mean, Elias is a fantastic parent, taking, seriously, if I'm half the parent he is when I eventually get any type of kid, I would feel like I made it. Because he's amazing. You are amazing, dude. Seriously.
Aww. Well, what do you say to that?
Yeah. No, fuck, man. I love it. The whole... Because you are just like me. You're still the kid.
Yeah.
And you have this way of just getting into that role and, doing these super mysteries and...
but I think that
evolving. I think there's probably a lot of awesome parents like that. But
no,
you're
definitely.
the one that I know.
Yeah.
And it's... I'm just really impressed.
And I think we want the best for our kids, and maybe usually that thought is sort of what puts us in the trap. If my daughter doesn't want to go to school after she's 14, I'm not going to be the one to force her, because I know that I dropped out and I did just fine. And I'm doing better than most from where we grew up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying this to sort of demean what they've achieved.
No.
But I just mean that I achieved... I think that I'm still achieving...
And I think it's
more.
Yeah, but it's probably because we
of what I want to do.
Yeah, we knew more what we wanted to do. I mean, we still don't know what we want to do, but we had a direction that was more clear than, say, the other people that were just stuck in sort of limbo. Well, I don't know what I like to do.
But I have a lot of people that were like, yeah, I'm going to work with my dad with this thing.
Yeah.
And that for me would never be satisfying.
No.
Because...
Then you have your whole life planned out. Sort of.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too clear.
No.
But, for example, my aim in life is to be able to sort of run my own little business. I don't want to hire anyone. I don't want to have employees. I just want to be able to sort of do some work. Now, the freelance stuff that I do. More stuff like that. I work with, brands that inspire me, or with friends that have awesome projects. And we create stuff together. But then I have, instead of spending 8 hours at an office or somewhere, I spend it where I want. Mm-hmm. I can spend time with my kids, and then I go off and do some work. But then I don't have to spend another 8 hours somewhere else. Like I do now. I love King, and it's giving me a lot of opportunities. But at some point, I just want to sort of live my life, with a lot more of me time, or when I say me time, I mean me and my family, and to be able to explore life together with them. Because at some point, my kids will be too old to hang with me.
Yeah.
And I want them to sort of have all these fun memories that we sort of spent time together, and Dad wasn't always at work.
Yeah.
Like today, Mondays, I don't see my kids. Like I drop them off at daycare, and then I don't see them until tomorrow morning, when I wake them up. You know, but I want to be there, sort of like to put them to bed more often than I don't want to do it. You know, like it's nice to be at work sometimes because it can be stressful. They don't want to go to bed. But it is. But I still want to spend the majority of my time with them. And if I can do that with like doing some freelance and then being with my family instead of having 3 jobs or 4 jobs, you know, it makes it more complicated. And it like being social at work, being social with your freelance, and then having to be a father as well.
There's a lot of stuff. It's 3 full-time jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not possible.
And it's super difficult. And I want to sort of do some work, be with my family.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's, you know, like acceptable. I can train. I can feel good. I can sleep without lying awake thinking about problems, which will never entirely disappear because I'm that type of person. But I want to be able to choose what I want to do. Yeah. And also I don't want a boss. I have good people working with me telling me what to do right now, but it's, you know, they're giving me a lot of freedom. So I'm very happy. And I think something to sort of keep in mind when you are sort of trying to find your way, I would say not everyone can become the best artist, but if you have that dream and you want it, I don't care where you live. Like, in my country, we don't have a lot of art jobs. I don't care. That's not what I want to hear. Nope. Like, if you want to do this, you either move from that country, you make opportunities through that country. Like, we live in the day of internet. There are tons of ways.
We don't have any countries anymore.
And remember, once you start chasing this dream that is yours, like, I don't care how ridiculous it is. The thing is, if you set out on this journey, you might find what you actually want to do. Yeah. Because we all start off doing what we think we want to do. I was going to become a Ninja Turtle, okay?
Yeah,
so was Robert. Too.
For
And
sure.
We were going to go to China and do Kung Fu.
Yeah.
We're in Stockholm. No matter what we tried, we ended up in Stockholm and we're drawing, okay? Yeah. That was never my goal.
No.
I always drew, but that wasn't my goal.
No, we had no plan at all doing like living off of drawings. No, like who would have even thought that
that would be like a thing that we did sort of on the side that we've always done, but it was never like, I'm gonna be this game artist or.
We were hustling when we were kids, trying to sell our little drawings and shit, but
we didn't know what we wanted to do. You know, we just went out there with dreams of grandeur. Yeah. About being ninjas mostly. Ass. Yeah, I think that was like the dream. Yeah. Like movies ruined us as kids. And we had this sort of notion that we wanted to do something. We just didn't want to go to school for it. Mm-hmm. We didn't want to, I didn't want to get a job. I just wanted to sort of, and I've always struggled with money. Mm-hmm. But after like a certain amount of time, once you sort of covered that gap that was, sort of like lacking of skill.
I mean, we tried it. We were there. Yeah. We were working towards that goal.
Yeah, but
then a lot of shit happened in between.
Yeah. And at some point, you were good enough to sort of get a job. Yeah. And I think it's one thing to keep in mind when doing this or when searching. Like, just set out on that journey and remember that the people closest to you will be your biggest enemies. Remember this, like your family, your friends, your other friends and family, like everyone will be against you most of the time, like for most of us at least. Yeah. And they will project a lot of their fears onto your dreams. Okay? Yeah. That's what's going to happen. They're going to sort of, not out of malice, but they're going to want you to fail sort of to
say, I told you so.
Yeah, or just that they sort of like, they don't mean you, like they want you to sort of succeed within the confines of education and, the norms and the schnorms and the
working life and everyday man and exactly. Fucking white fence and Volvo car and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly, and I have a Volvo car, but
You still don't have a dog, man.
I don't have a dog, but I have a fence.
You do. I know. But you don't have the dog.
But what I'm trying to say is that people want you to sort of succeed through the norm because they're
living in the box.
They're living in sort of like a confined way of, living, like a boxy way of thinking.
And it's because they don't know like anything else. And this is, again, with the whole programming thing.
Exactly. And when I look at my parents, they're lovely parents. But my mom, for example, could do so much more with her life, but she spends it all like at home, like cleaning a house that is sort of just her and my dad. Like, that is not for me. Like, sure, she goes to the gym, she has a friend, but her life could be sort of richer. Mm-hmm. But she chooses, or I don't think she can see it, sort of. And I don't want people to sort of, don't be satisfied until you are happy.
Yeah, don't get stuck in routines and shit.
Yeah, exactly, all that stuff. Because my mind is always sort of chasing something. Oh, yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm never satisfied. It's just that I'm really happy of what I've achieved, especially if I look back to some of the earlier years of this career choice, which was, like I said, no career choice at all. It's been a fucking journey, but I mean, I was happy along the way as well. Yeah. But I'm just happier now because I've sort of achieved so much. And now I can sort of like have my own podcast, which actually anyone can have. But I mean that...
Yeah, but I mean...
We get a studio to do it in.
That's the thing. Again, you had the idea of the whole thing, the podcast. You brought me into it. And then... Well, I'm going to say you all the way because I just didn't do shit. I threw a bunch of... Or not even a bunch of money. A bit of money.
No, I think we split the money there.
Yeah. But I mean... You set out, you had the idea, and we're fucking here. We're doing this. 15 episodes now. Published. Having thousands of people have listened to us.
That is insane.
It's fucking crazy.
Like, it's not a lot in that sense, but during the time that we've been doing this...
I mean, 15 episodes, man.
We've done 15 episodes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We started out, like, the first month, we had 600 listeners. Mm-hmm. And now it's way more.
Like, it's so fantastic.
So it's super awesome that you guys, like, appreciate us. Because that is also, like, driving us right now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's super fun. Like, that you guys are actually commenting on our stuff. Like, telling us what you think about the podcast. That you're sort of, like, hashtagging your stuff. Sharing this with us. Because this wouldn't be a win for us if you guys weren't part of it.
No.
Like, we do it for us, but when we get you involved, then it becomes something different,
You're pouring gasoline on fire, my friends.
Exactly.
Thank you for that.
And thank you for that.
Yeah. We keep saying it all the time. But you by now, you should know how fucking grateful we are. But it's insane.
Like, we say stupid shit. Sometimes we sound very harsh, like some hard love. But it's all to sort of get you out there. Don't sit at home thinking about, like, this is impossible.
Exactly.
Just go. I promise you, just set out on that journey. Fuck what family thinks. Fuck what friends think. Everyone's afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
You're supposed to be.
I'm thinking of starting a company, for example. That scares the shit out of me. I just keep reading about it. And all the shit I have to do or keep track of or, like, talk to, like, the tax thingy-majig in Sweden and all that stuff that
They're super nice, by the way. Like the tax guys.
They're not always, like, it depends on, I've talked to a few of them, like, when I used to have my own business.
Oh, yeah, you're foreign. That's right.
Yeah. So...
Shave your beard. Rename yourself. You'll be fine.
But it is, just set out on that journey.
Yeah,
it won't be easy, but it will be worth it.
Yeah, this podcast is proof that it works. Mm-hmm. I think looking back at my life, because I had, like, my life has been all over the place. Like Elias, I wanted to become the Kung Fu master expert.
The fuck? Iron Fist.
Yeah.
We wanted to become Iron Fist.
We wanted to become Iron Fist. We were training. I actually had saved up quite a bit of money. We were on our way. Like, it was going to happen.
Yeah, I saved like almost 100,000 Swedish with that, like a bit over like $12,000.
Yeah, I think I was up to maybe 50, 60
Yeah.
when my back broke. But other than that, I wanted to become a actor. So I made that happen. I was in movies. I've been in commercials. You know, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I played music. I tried that out. I did it.
Yep.
I sucked at it.
Doesn't matter. You
Still did it.
Yeah.
I tried it. It was amazing. It was fun. Yeah, we had a falling out in the band. Didn't work.
Shit. No, but I think that's really good.
Yeah, I did it. I mean, that's the thing. I tried it. I kept going. I did it. Skateboarding, I was going to be sponsored. Again, broke my back. But I did it.
Yeah.
And it's the thing. Like, dream big and
try it all.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Just go.
And the same as Robert, I've been a stuntman. It didn't work out like I wanted to. Like, it was too much.
You are a stuntman.
But I did it.
You have it on paper.
Yeah. And I've done jobs. Yeah. So I am officially a stuntman.
Yeah.
But then I became a personal trainer. I did that for a year. And, you know, I have so many things on my resume. I've said this before. But I've still done things that I wanted to do. You know, like an artist, a stuntman. I never dabbed in music enough. So that might be something I'll pick up.
Yeah.
But
you did the intro.
I did the intro for this song because I've always had a dream of doing an 80s theme song.
You see? And you fucking made it happen.
Yeah. And the podcast, like...
Or the universe made it happen. I mean, our karma account is dry as fuck. We're going to get run over by something.
No, but I think we make our luck. You know what I mean? Like, we see an opportunity and we're like, this is my chance to shine.
Yeah,
and we just jump out on that stage, you know, and it might suck. Yeah. And we might, you know, sing so false that birds start dropping. But we'll do it, you know, like...
The blue note, as we call it in the industry. The note that is not...
a note.
Yeah. That's my way of singing right there.
No, but I mean, you have to take the opportunity when you're given it.
Yeah.
Like, if
or
you have
not even if you're given it.
Exactly.
You make it happen.
Make it happen. You make the opportunity. Because
we sound like a Disney movie.
No, but I mean, like, with the podcast...
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like, I mean, no idea. I don't know. I didn't know where you sort of edited music. Like, in what program?
No. What
software?
What microphone thing to use?
What microphones to use? What sort of, like, how you sort of set up an interesting podcast. As you can hear, we're blabbering on in, like, all directions. Mm-hmm. And just all of it. I read it. On internets.
Yeah.
I talked to people. I sort of limited it down to 3 devices that we were going to record on. We ended up buying a little thing called an H5, like Zoom H5. Okay, that means nothing to me.
No.
I just read up on it. It wasn't the cheapest choice, but it was the best one for what we wanted to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then you take a chance. Great. That's like, I was 70% sure this was the best choice.
Yeah, but it's still over 50, you know.
Yeah, it was over 50 because I bought it because it had 2 microphone ports and we were 2.
Yeah.
And then I never thought that we were going to have guests. But I found a solution for that as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, and like how to sort of... I started with Audacity to sort of fix the podcast. And I talked to the sound guy, Sebastian, here at work. And he was like, no, use Cubase. You can control the editing better. I did. And then I used it for a day or 2. And I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
He gave me a speed run on it. And I do it so fast now. I feel like I've been doing it like all my life. And every day I discover a way to make it easier. Like a shortcut or like something. It's like, oh, you can do it like this? Well, then why the fuck have I been sort of scrolling like this and making it so much harder?
Live and learn.
Exactly. So find out. Like, do one thing at a time. Unless an opportunity shows itself and you do that as well.
Yeah.
You do it all. But, I mean, just have an idea that you love. I thought that we could give you guys some value with our experiences. Okay?
Yeah. We're hoping we do.
Exactly. We do, like some of you are reaching out and saying that, oh, this is exactly what I needed. And we're really happy that we can reach you on that level.
You are the guys that keep us doing this now.
Exactly, because every time you give us sort of like, oh, I love this, or I would love to hear more about that. That's what we create our episodes around. Mm-hmm. And I sort of feel that this episode, like I know that we've talked about this before in a previous episode, but we just wanted to sort of like remind you on the 15th episode that the world is out there for you to fucking grab. Mm-hmm. So just go out there and sort of like really do it. Yeah.
Don't live in the box.
Exactly. Don't listen to people. People will want the best of you out of what they know and fear.
Yeah, and we make it sound like maybe, they're up against you in some way, and we don't. That's not what we mean.
No, they love you.
Exactly. Like for reals. They just want the best for you. But like Ilya said, they're afraid. They're afraid that you might not make it and you're going to be very sad or depressed about that or whatever. Mm-hmm. It might lead down a very dark road. We don't know. Yeah. And we didn't know the stuff, we can't say that all the stuff we've done have led all to glory because we've been down into the shits many times.
But it's like we said.
But you learn and you crawl out of that stuff and then come out with a fucking gold suit.
You know it. When you ate noodles with ketchup because that's all you had.
You had ketchup?
I was like, what? But yeah, it's not always going to be nice. Like I had enough to pay rent and then you sort of
improvise.
And then you ate the parts of the bread that wasn't green. Like it's fine. I mean, you can do this.
And I still do. Like every time my girlfriend leaves. Yeah. Because my girlfriend, she's a dancer, amazing dancer. Shout out Sarah.
And a wuss.
Sarah Hameken.
She doesn't eat the bread apparently.
Yeah, she doesn't eat the bread. No, she, no. But whenever she goes away, I just revert back to the cheap way of living. Yeah. Because it's my way of saving money. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm just lazy when it comes
green
to
bread and cheese and stuff, You can work around it. And noodles.
I just eat ingredients. Like, when I don't have family around, I eat the ingredients. I'm like, oh, yeah, I could make food out of this, but I could also just eat the carrots, the paprika, and the cheese like it is. Because this shit doesn't need cooking, really.
I love cooking, though.
No, I do love cooking but I love times, but right now I'm just feeling like there's no time to cook.
But the best thing, and that's, sorry for the derail, folks, and again, I do the sorries. That's my role, I think.
The sorry guy?
The sorry guy.
Don't be sorry.
So I'm sorry for the sorries. But what I love to do, and this is, for all you guys who might like to cook or don't know what to eat, don't buy anything for like a week and just try to make do with what you still have in your cupboards and your fridge and all of this. Because there's like, at least if you're like me, then you still have, like, you buy a lot of stuff and it's just sitting there forever.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, just improvising and trying to find solutions and making really good food with nothing.
Limited stuff, yeah.
I love that. It's the best. And also, no, I'm not going to talk about my soup lasagna. I'm going to save that for another episode.
The soup lasagna episode.
The soup lasagna. No, the stoner lasagna. That's the... Yeah. It's crazy. I don't think you ever tried it, did you? No.
Sorry, but you never invited me for soup lasagna.
You're not that special, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
But just to get back to it, like we've said, go out there and live big. Yeah. And then we have the other side of the coin. Like I have so much motivation that I don't know what to do with right now. Yeah. And remember what motivation was? It was sort of the, what do you say?
The drive.
Yeah, the thought or the drive behind certain behaviors or something like that. A reason. Yeah. The reason behind the behavior. And for me, it's to sort of free up more personal time. Mm-hmm. Like I want to do like 1 to 3, 4 freelance gigs. Like, and then be free, and know that I can survive this month with like an okay pay. And then just be free again, like be with my family, go somewhere,
Yeah.
do stuff. I don't
You
want
see
to be...
the light in the tunnel, or you have that carrot.
Yeah, that is my carrot, and I can't tell you how important it is to me to be able, because I know that if I would do like the way that I work right now for a million years, like just to exaggerate, all my life, or until I get like retired, I wouldn't be happy.
Retired. That's a weird word.
Yeah.
So what?
Get tired again. No.
Yeah. Like I'm retired every day.
But I guess it comes from
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sorry.
But I mean, motivation. I have abundance of it, but I don't have it in everything I do, and I don't have it every day for the things that I love. Like, I'm not always motivated to draw.
No.
I'm not always motivated to go to the gym. But don't let motivation be the only reason for doing things.
No.
When you don't have the motivation to sort of like chase down your dreams, just do it out of spite and habit. Like build a habit for it. And if you have a habit, just do it.
Yeah.
Sort of like,
And routine.
Don't wait. Because if you always wait for motivation.
Or fuck routine. Sorry.
Yeah, if you wait for motivation, you will never have motivation. Because motivation comes and goes. It's not something you can always just trigger. Like, I love training. I can't explain how much I love training, but I don't always feel like training. Like, I just do it. I just go there.
Yeah.
And sometimes even out of that lack of motivation, I just start sort of, doing what I always do at the gym. Like, I start something like, okay, I'm going to do legs, and today I'm going to do them like this, okay? And then at some point, sometimes, I surprise myself with the amount of strength or energy or something, and that, and that gives birth to motivation again. And then that session becomes very motivated, and I just like, oh shit, I should probably try this and this, and then I do it.
Like when you're doodling on a day you don't feel like drawing something, but you sit down and you start sketching whatever, and then all of a sudden you're just like, holy shit,
yeah, I could probably do this.
Fuck, that's awesome.
And it just grows.
And then kaboom, and you have like the coolest Mad Max poster ever, and then you get a lot of retweets, and you feel famous for about 2 days.
Yes, and then you chase those likes, and your life becomes a misery.
Fuck you, Instagram. Ruining my life.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Motivation, I think, is a good thing, but it's one of those things that you shouldn't use as the main motivator for anything.
No. Within limits, I guess. But then again, I mean, I think we're contradicting ourselves. We should just say go for broke and do whatever.
No, I'm saying
you
just
feel
go
like.
for everything.
Okay, good.
Don't wait for motivation.
I felt like you were saying the opposite.
No. I just mean do it anyway.
Yeah.
Don't wait for motivation. Motivation is your friend only. He's like that friend that pops up when he feels like it and hangs with you, and you're like, oh, this famous friend is hanging with me, woo, 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 and then he's like gone.
Yeah.
Because he found something better to do. Like, it's a shallow friend. You know what I mean? Like, he's there and then he's not.
Nice.
No, I don't know how to put it, like, sort of.
Yeah. No, but I understand.
You understand the sort of thing that I'm talking about.
Well,
it's there and then it's not.
Together we have one functioning brain, so obviously I understand what the fuck you were talking about. Everybody out there, you might not understand.
No, I think they understand.
I don't care.
Yeehaw, me mom.
Yeehaw. Yeah.
No,
but yeah, I wanted to just say, I mean, we've been babbling on for quite a while. Holy shit, yeah. But I wanted to say a thing, just going back to the whole, we were talking about you don't have to finish school. I mean, I don't know how to fucking turn this around to make it sound like a good thing, because obviously you should go to school. We're not saying, fuck school if you don't want to go to school.
I say, no, but look.
I mean,
you go to school
within
to
reason,
learn.
right? I mean, if you feel like, okay, now I'm not learning anything useful, I'm not going to do shit with this feels like the biggest waste of time, then you go the Ilias route. I took the safe card. I just kept going with the flow and like, yeah, but I need to finish school, so I should do that. One of the carrots also was that I was the only one in my entire family that
actually
finished upper secondary school.
Oh, shit.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because my sister is crazy smart. Like, she's with numbers and stuff. She's amazing.
Yeah, I remember she went like a course when I worked for them.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you worked for them. Presbyterian. But yeah, so she was crazy smart. But she was just like you. She's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, dropped out. That didn't really lead anywhere, but she didn't want to do it. She didn't do it. And my parents are just like yours. Like, they're really like, you know, especially after I finished 9th grade, they were like, well, you're on your own. Like, if you want to finish school, then you finish school.
Yeah.
If, you know, we're not going to keep nagging you now, because now you're like grown up. So,
Ish, yeah.
But what I wanted to say was, for me, because I did the norm, I followed that whole thing. I did school and then the other school. But what I did was the Australia trip that I mentioned.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I reached a point when I just went, fuck it. Like, fuck all of this.
Yeah.
I need to get away. I need to remove myself from Earth, sort of.
Or from this straight line that is life, and just
you know, when because I think I just felt like, you know, I'd just done the military, so I did that.
Yeah, you did that as well. Yeah, I didn't do that.
So I did that, and I did that because I wanted to. Actually,
no, that is fine.
Because they wouldn't let me do it because of my back.
Oh,
but I wrote them a personal letter saying, you should let me do this because I'm awesome. And they're like, yeah, you're awesome. And I got to do it. No, I got the scrap fuck stuff. But anyways, I got to do the army.
But you got to do something.
Yeah, so I did that. It was great. It really helped me understand myself more. Because I've always been a bit of a follower type, you know. Oh, this thing is cool, then I do this thing. This thing is cool, I do this thing. Like, just jumping on everything that seems to be cool. I've always been like that, I admit it. But still going my own way along the way.
I think that's fine.
A lot of people do this.
I think it's fine. Like, we're not all meant to lead. We're not all meant, you know, like some will follow. Because if everyone was sort of their own man and everyone started businesses, who would work for anyone?
Exactly.
Like, it wouldn't work.
No. And that was actually funny because when I did the army, and sorry for this little derail, and it's probably not even important. But anyways, because I've never been a leader. Never, ever, ever. I've always been a follower or not doing her. But in the army, they forced me to become
like a
commander, you know, or a platoon group leader is, I guess, the correct term. And like I said no 4 times, and they called me into a meeting, and it was really, they had all the other guys that were going to be the squad leaders, plus me. So they're like, okay, last chance, Robert. Like, either you do this now, or you're never ever going to be a group leader. And I was standing there, and last minute, I was just like, okay. And then they just said, like, okay, this other guy, you can go. They just kicked him out. It's like, because we want him. It was such a fucking bitch move. Yeah. But, so they forced me to become this leader. And that forced me to really come out of my shell and like, holy fuck, I have 30 people that I have to command and organize. Because we were working full time, like actually protecting a military base.
An actual base, yeah.
So we were dealing with live stuff. So it was cool in a way. Horrible, but cool. Anyways, so I sort of discovered myself there, and when I was finished, I felt finished. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be in this fucking lumberyard lifting wood. I don't want to have like this boring, mundane relationship that I was in.
Yeah.
I don't want this and this and this.
And that's another thing. Don't let weird relationships hold you down for years, because we've said this before as well. It takes a lot from your life.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you learn a lot, but I still think chase the dream.
Yeah, I mean, I was still in love with this girl, and we had a great relationship. It's just now, like in retrospect, it became more routine. Yeah, we were with each other. I think, I mean, of course, we loved each other, but I felt somewhere I needed more, right? And so I just dropped everything. I took the money that I had. I received a little bit of money after finishing the army.
Yeah.
And I just flew off to Australia for half a year. Like,
yeah. But I think it's important when you're young is when you're going to have the most opportunities to do the weirdest shit.
And you
like
have
leave the
to.
country and do it. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I keep telling everybody, like all my breakdance students, all the people I talk to when I'm doing like a talking thing, whatever it's called. That's the most important lesson I've learned throughout my entire life is travel, go places, talk to people.
Yeah. And put yourself
Out
in
there.
situations where you normally maybe wouldn't put yourself.
Yeah.
Like Robert said, he became the leader of like a team leader at work. I accepted a role that I never saw myself doing as like a line manager. Like I manage like a team of people, and I need to make sure that they're doing okay work-wise and sort of like,
And that's scary shit.
And that is scary shit, dealing with other people's problems, assessing how you can help them.
Mm-hmm.
But it helps you grow. It gives you like perspective. It really does help. Like, it's something I never want to do again.
No.
But while I'm doing it, I'm learning so much about myself and about the people and the relationships that you have with people, like work-wise or like in your private life. And I think it's really good to sometimes accept stuff that you normally wouldn't do. But in most cases, just chase the dream.
Yeah.
But along that journey, there will be both highs and lows.
Yeah.
And this episode was going to be a lot more about movies and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I think this is more important.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause we can't stress it enough.
No.
I know that it's scary. And I know that everyone's telling you should finish school. But if you feel like, I personally think school is a good thing up to a certain point. And then some of us, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
When it stops working, why would you spend 5 years
Exactly.
doing it? You know what I mean?
It's pointless.
It is pointless. If nothing's gonna stick, then apparently we need to make something different. Like, do it in a different way. And I think it's really important for the people around people like that. If you notice that, okay, school has suddenly just gone bananas.
Mm-hmm.
There could be several reasons, but I mean, so unless you're having like other problems, if it is just that school is not working for you and that is the problem, try to find a way to help that person explore other ways of doing it. Because I'm telling you, the world is full of opportunities that are just waiting there, and you're not doing the research to find them.
No.
Because you're just being afraid, or you're just sort of like, you want the best for the person that you're, your son, your, like whatever, friend. No, there are so many ways to achieve the same thing. It's like, there are tons of ways to do things in Photoshop. You don't have to do it my way. You can do it your way.
Yeah.
And life is exactly the same. We could both reach the same end goal in opposite ways.
Yeah.
Like, you go to school, I don't. Like, there are so many ways. Don't let, you will be discouraged.
Yeah.
And
no, you have to be.
I think.
And then push through.
Yeah.
To realize what you really want and what you love.
Yeah, definitely.
And all of this. And it's okay to be afraid. Like,
you will be afraid. Yeah.
It's like,
it's gonna be scary when you're sitting there.
Yeah. You will be.
And I think how we sort of can relate to that is like, there are people here at King, for example. This is their first job.
Yeah. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I've worked so many things before this. So when I sort of look at what I do at King and what I've done at other jobs, I so appreciate this position that I have. Like, that I got the opportunity to work here.
Mm-hmm.
And people that just got this as their first job, they're like, oh, they're not letting us draw. and this is something that's bothered me throughout this sort of, like, I've mentioned it tons of times, but I think it's so annoying that
they're not satisfied.
That they're not satisfied.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that they should be satisfied, because that's what we're talking about.
Of course.
But I mean that they can't see, just because they haven't sort of done the struggle. So they don't understand what a good position this is, or what a good platform or a start this is for their careers.
Yeah.
You don't have to work at King all your life.
No.
Although I guess King would want you to, but but I mean, it's such a good, like, start for anyone.
But it's
no,
like
you don't get to draw every day or like do all the things you want to do, because this is a company. Rockstar Games is not going to let you do what the fuck you want to do.
No.
They're going to have a plan, and then you're going to have to follow that plan. It doesn't matter where you are.
It's work.
It is exactly that. It is work.
That's why it's called work.
But I think you'll find the appreciation for it if you've done sort of like some kind of struggle. Like, I worked as, like, lifting heavy shit, mailman in all kinds of Swedish weather.
Yeah.
Where like 10 months is winter.
Yeah.
Just to exaggerate, but yeah, it is. When you've done sort of like shitty jobs,
you learn to appreciate
like
the fucking finer things in life.
Yeah, and this workplace, like, they're like, oh, we're gonna do an offsite. It's gonna cost like 1,000 crowns per head, just the dinner, like, or something like that. And people like go, like, you're like, what? How can you not appreciate that? But I guess we all come from different backgrounds, and some people just get it a bit easier. Sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's skill. Yeah. But somewhere along the way, like, if you haven't struggled, I'm not saying that everyone who gets a first job are bratty about it, but I'm just saying that.
But I mean, that's also the difference, because those bratty people, or whatever you want to label them,
I don't know,
they're not gonna last. They will.
Depends.
They're probably either they're gonna get fired because they're gonna be, start lagging in work and all of this, or they're gonna quit. And then they're gonna realize what a fucking gold egg they had,
And I think we've had a couple that quit. But we had some that quit and then wanted back in. Yeah. And because they sort of realized, oh shit, that was pretty good. Like, nobody gets this much freedom within sort of. And also, I think I have some people, like I said, I'm a manager. I have some people like under me, for example, that sort of started off in that sort of unappreciative way. And I was like, oh, well, everyone comes from a different background. So you try to sort of understand where they're coming from. You throw them into a new project. Maybe that project isn't that organized, or they used to work more organized, or, whatever the reason. And then you sort of you try to give them like an outlook that is like, okay, I understand. I totally agree. It is a mess. But what if you just take that mess and you make the best, you just make the best out of that mess that you can. Yeah. And then people will not see you as the whiner that came in and just complained about how bad it was. But you came something. In, you did not like it, and you did a change. You changed it. Yeah. And you took that shit and you made it into a better shit. Yeah. You made something better out of it. Then that's who they're going to remember. Exactly. Because that was my approach. Because I thought that I was going to reach out, and I was like, there are two ways you can come out of this. Now, someone that complains and someone that does an awesome job. And the person chose the latter and came out and did an awesome job. And I approached that person today, and I was like, it's been super stressful. And I just wanted to say that you've done a kick-ass job. I've seen you around the office, and I really love the sort of engagement and work that you're putting into it. Although you can't do you don't get to do art all the time, you're still sort of owning your tasks and doing a kick-ass job. Because when you see that, you're like, yes, exactly what I'm talking about. Even if you're not where you want to be, you're sort of putting yourself in a position where you shine. And then people are like, oh, well, maybe I should work with that person. People start talking. If you do good job with shitty things, Like, it doesn't matter if it's picking up dog shit or if it's drawing your favorite pieces, you know, like, you should treat them both equally.
Yeah, do the best you can at everything.
Exactly. You pick up that shit like it's a, you know, like
it's a gold coin.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like, if you do that, you will get noticed by someone.
Yeah.
And hopefully you work with awesome people that will sort of appreciate you. But don't do it just, look, I'm going to get a promotion if I pick up this turd.
Exactly.
Because that is the worst.
Because then, that's just going to, it's not going to work. Like, because then you're just going to be frustrated when nothing happens. You're going to get upset and angry.
And that's like chasing Instagram likes.
Exactly.
Like, I'm going to post this image. Oh my God, I spent like 30 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't slept for 3 days. I've spent...
and you post it, and then you wait, and you go back in and look at it 5 minutes, and you're like, I'm going to have 2 likes?
And then someone says, follow for follow.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Just do an awesome job because that's who you are. You do everything with excellence.
Yeah.
Like the best way that you can. Someone gives you a turd, you serve them a turd sandwich.
Yeah.
No,
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, think that sort of is the whole thing.
The key to everything. Yeah. I guess.
Just go out there. Just start that journey.
Be the best you can be.
Yeah.
In everything.
It's cheesy as it is, but it is pretty much what it is. Yeah. That is. Just go out there. Just walk out that door. Bring your sketch pad. Your iPad or your computer, whatever the fuck it is that you want to bring with you on this journey. Say, this is not for me. I want to do this in life.
And go.
And then just go out there. And don't look back.
And then hashtag us.
And then hashtag us like, thank you. I work at Pixar now, bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
Booyah!
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I think we're going to end with that today.
So, ending on a positive note.
Yeah. You're all going to fail. No,
Turd sandwich.
Turd sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
No, but it's been a great episode. I feel lifted. I hope, like you guys listening, got something out of this.
I hope we reached like someone that's like at the sort of like standing by the door, like contemplating to walk out into the world and just follow their dream.
And we pushed you out.
And we just kicked you in the back like 300 style. Yeah. This is life. Nice.
Yeah.
I hope we tipped you over the edge.
Yeah.
Like some of you at least. One of you at least, maybe. Yeah. Like if we helped one of you, I am satisfied.
Yeah, we're done. Then.
Because don't be afraid. There will be some goods, some highs, and some lows.
Yeah.
Just go out there and do awesome with whatever. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, people.
Sleep
Thanks
tight.
for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Spread the word. Rate us. Love us. Comment. Hashtag. Tag us. Sketchbookheroes.com.
Yeah. Newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter.
Sign up for the newsletter. I know we haven't done anything with it yet, but we're just getting you all in there.
Yeah. And please come with feedback. Send us comments.
Always reach out.
Also, I would like to know what kind of stuff would you like to see from us on YouTube? That's what I would like to know.
That is awesome. So that please, I want to know as well.
Yeah, go into sketchbookheroes.com. Throw us a line. What do you want to see on YouTube?
Yes. Tell us what you want.
No limits.
Yeah. Don't hold back. Even if it's fucking crazy. That's what we're all about.
Because then we might do it.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like drawing tutorials. It can be like Ilias and Robert watch Bill and Ted's Amazing Journey, you know.
Oh, I would love that.
It can be anything. Like you want us to watch a movie and sort of rip it to shreds. It could be us watching like an episode of sexist manga. You know, it can be anything. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
See,
just throw out some ideas out there.
Good ideas.
Good. It could be like, how many Sharpies can you break in an hour? You know, like whatever. I'm just saying, just throw the stupid ideas out there and we'll do the ones that we can.
Yeah.
Don't hold back with anything.
Exactly. If you've learned anything from this episode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you want to draw with your poop, do it.
Do it.
But don't share it with us.
No hashtags.
Don't hashtags.
Yeah. No, fuck this. I'm out of here, man.
Sketchbook. Don't know what that was.
Yeah, toodaloo, motherfucker.
Poop sandwich.